Okay, Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker is very upset about the war in Iran, but he is crashing out over what this woman said about Taiwan.
If Taiwan is invaded, I want to ensure that we've codified passive support to sell Taiwan weapons if Congress wills it. So Trump just can't overrule it, or whoever the president is. That's in Congress's hands. And that we can militarily step in to defend Taiwan with naval fleets for interception and selling weapons.
It's just silence in case you're wondering. He's not saying anything. It's just an anger. He's so angry he can't even speak. I think he had appeared with her or something, or he had endorsed her in some way.
Nearly asking what's the issue here? Coming out with a firm stance that you will defend Taiwan militarily if invaded. That is not like that. That's a red hot, totally red alert. What are you? A lot of people yell at me because of my conversations with Matt Duss. That is firmly to the right of Matt Duss. That is firmly to the right of.
Oh, I thought he was going to say that was a bad take to get elected because that's a very contentious opinion. In the United States, we maintain the status quo for what we call straight relations with Taiwan. We never explicitly say that we would ever militarily defend Taiwan we never acknowledge Taiwan as either a part of China or as an independent country. We play a lot of games to keep China happy with that. So I thought he was freaking out. It's like, oh, you're not going to win the election if you're saying shit like that. But no, apparently that's a militaristic, imperialistic, anti-communist stance to take.
Most foreign policy analysts in the United States of America. It stems entirely from a place of being green, completely uneducated. If you think that this is like a fully fleshed out worldview that she is explaining, it's literally just being a 26-year-old. Abu Ghazali did not respond to a request for comment, but a source close to the campaign told Dropside that the advisor's emails did not accurately represent her views, saying Kat is committed to taking on authoritarianism, but vehemently against the military-industrial complex and a continuation of failed U.S. intervention approaches.
Look, guys, we want to help democracy and shit, but we're not going to do anything to defend it. Fuck that. That's cringe. Having a military cringe.
Yeah, but even then, it doesn't matter. Her statement on stop. She is definitely a very bad foreign policy advisor. That much is clear. Many of these people, many Americans are still Americans. Even if they're Palestinian Americans, they're still fucking American. And they don't factor in foreign policy at all into their approach, with the exception of Palestine. Her Palestinian background should have caused her to be a lot more, to have a lot better fleshed out worldview, especially on foreign policy.
The way he is stuttering trying to get through this, you know how he went to China? He's paid for sure. They're like giving him tons of money to like take an anti-war stance with China, 100%, because China does this shit all the time. They do it continuously. They realize that everybody in the U.S. is for sale. All of our companies, all of our politicians, all of our influencers. And they're like, hey, why don't you have a full expense-paid vacation? We'll put you in one of those fancy cockpits where you can go in the double-decker, like in the little hump of the plane. We'll put you in one of these $10,000 seats, both ways. You can come by. You can have fun in the Red Square. Eat some good food. We'll pay for everything, and then we'll supplement your payments with $10,000 through whatever the fuck. We'll drop a bar of gold off at your house every day. And they're like, okay, great. Okay, but the rule is, remember, never insult the Chinese party. Never, ever, ever endorse Taiwan's sovereignty. Never endorse any kind of military support for Taiwan. And, well, buddy, you gotta get that. You gotta get that go up. You gotta get that cheddar. Oh, and then they saw that the dog was alive. There was a conspiracy that the dog had been killed. Many people were speculating that the dog had died. Maybe he was thinking about it, but decided against it. And then he had this hot take.
Again, that's a Shahed drone. Like, that's crazy. Bro, you really actually don't need like I was thinking about this with like the Afghanistan, the Taliban, Pakistan fight that was taking place. And I was really thinking about this. You really don't need suicide bombing anymore. You know, because like the Taliban.
He was dwelling on the concept of committing suicide to martyr for Islam and came to the conclusion that really it's an obsolete tactic and you can kill civilians and terrorize people with drones now. Really, it's very insightful.
Guy was like, "Oh, you have nuclear arms, but we have like suicide bombers. Like, we'll just blow up your country with suicide bombers." And it's like, you really don't need that anymore in drone warfare, right? You don't need that at all. Just make fucking drones. Just, you can purchase them from, you can purchase them in the online marketplace. Like, China literally sells.
They don't want you to know this, but you can buy suicide bomb drones off of Alibaba. I had 100 suicide bomb drones. In fact, I get them directly from the CCP.
Like, explosive ordnance delivery mechanisms that you can put to a DJI drone that you can purchase like at virtually no significant cost.
Do you have any specific models or suppliers for this? How would I get the explosive compounds, Mr. Hasan? How do I detonate? I need you to give me a full rundown. What kind of drones, what explosive compounds work best for this delivery mechanism? And what is the detonation system? Can you give me like a notepad for this?
Comparison to like, sophisticated equipment that you need to put together. So, I guess like you kind of, at that point, you're doing that for the love of the game, right? Like, you're doing suicide bombing just for the love of the game. Cause like, you want to keep it old school. Is that what it is? Why is bro saying that? I'm just saying it's like insane that, I mean, this is functionally what you could get away with if you facilitated like a somewhat difficult to pull off suicide bombing strike, right?
Can Dan Clancy recommend? Do you guys have like an affiliate link with these suicide bombs type things? Does Dan Clancy authorize? Can I get an affiliate link to your Alibaba page that has the suicide? Look, I'm just trying to help you out, Hasan. Just give me your affiliate link for the suicide bombs.
And instead, you're just using a Shahed drone that's like what, $10,000? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Iran, let me give you a hint, brother. You're spending way too much on these drones. We got to simplify this. We got to import resources from China to streamline the production of the suicide drones so that we can kill more innocent civilians in a fit of fucking rage.
See how terrifying this process is.
Okay. I like how someone in the comments says, please don't slander China. Weapon trafficking is still illegal. Don't slander China, guys. This is one of Hasan's people. He knows not to do that. He knows to listen to this guy.